And can they hear? Can you hear me, kids? Student, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can see you and we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. So as we see, we have divided into three parts. We need the brown, greens, and what we are going to add the cultures. So we'll see brown material, whereas brown cardboard. Can you see that over here? These are the optional brown material. These are the coconut shells you can see, or cow dung. If you get a cow dung, you can add it into cow dung plus in your compost. So this is brown material. And if you don't get all those things, this is a best resource. You can use the dry leaves. This is the everywhere is available throughout the year. You can collect the take dry leaves and you can put it in your compost. So this is also one material. Another thing is the kitchen waste. Here you can see vegetable kitchen. You can see I have cut it into small pieces. When you're putting your compost, you need to make a small pieces, break down into small pieces, so it will help to decompose your fast. You can see the fruit peels here, and somebody will give you bouquet. So instead of throwing that bouquet or just flowers, you can put that flowers petals in your compost also. So it comes in the green material. Now this is the cultures, cultural material. So this is one is the cocoa pit. See how it look like. And as I said, you can make it at home also. Another feature, you can add the buttermilk. It should be sour. You need to add it in a very small quantity. When we do the process, I'll show you how much quantity you need to use. And this is vermiculture. This is Dish Plus vermiculture. You will get it from the market also. It costs 170 rupees. And how to use it, everything is mentioned in the reverse side. You need to take some water, need to add some jaggery in it, and please add some powder of the Dish Plus, and put it for 12 hours so that bacteria will get activated. And once your bin is full, you can add this mixture in your compost bin, so your decompost will be fast. So this is one culture and now let's see how to make compost. Before we make the compost, I would like to say we need a proper compost bin. If you don't have a proper compost bin, I'll tell you how to make compost bin. You can take any from bin, any dustbin, but it should have a proper lid. And you see that it should have a proper lid, and we can make the holes around the bins. You can see here, I already made a holes around the bins, lid of the bins, not big, not too small, in this way. And the bottom of the bin, you need to draw 2 or 3 holes. Okay, so extra, whatever moisture is required to compost the bin, and the extra moisture will be used. So if your compost bin is ready, now we'll see how to make compost. Okay, the first bottom layer, we are going to add some brown things. So I have fibers. You can add it, it's optional, or coconut fibers, you can add it, or brown material. I have everything, all the material, brown material, all those, I'm going to add everything. So bottom layer, you can fill it with the brown material. Later on, add some green water. So I'm going to see, I've chopped it into small pieces. Before you put it in your compost, chop them into small pieces, so it break down fast. Second layer is a vegetable and the fruit peels. Again, we'll add the dry leaves, crush them, and then you add it, the second layer of the brown material. Again, we'll add some fruit peels and vegetable kitchen waste. I'm going to add some flowers petals also. I have some flowers, so you can add the flowers petals. The same thing we are going to add again one brown layer. Crumble the dead leaves, and then you add it, so it break down fast. Same procedure, you need some green material, then the brown material. Once your bin is full, so this is the green material. Green. So once your bin is full, here you can add the cultures. See how much quantity to add. See what a teaspoon is enough for it. Because the kitchen waste have a good enough of water content. It has 80 to 90% water content. So you need not to add extra water. You need not to add extra water in your compost bin. Because after that, you should mix it well, because it has also down, you need to mix it. And after 10 days, again, you need to mix it. You have to do this after 10 days, after 15 days, you need to check it out. If required, you can add some dry leaves also. Need. And now we'll see some video. We have been doing from this last 1.5 months. So see how it looks after 10 days and how it looks in the 20 days. The changes we'll see in the video. So, दाखवायचं राहिले. See, this is the after first one video, Sumangala ma'am, the 10 days, then we'll see the next one. So after 10 days, student, it looked like this. So you cannot see the much difference in that.
Veggies and fruit peels, and that you cannot see anything over here. See here, it's already
Decomposed, that vegetable peels and
Mixed.
fruits peels.
and after 10 days again we need to mix it well, and we'll see how it goes.
Now we'll see the next video after 20 days, see how it looks, what are the changes you can see in the 10 days and after 20 days. So this is the next, after 20 days, you can see here. In the you can compare with the first video also. See, it decomposed, how nicely it decomposed in that after 20 days. You cannot see the fruit peels and vegetable peels. So only the leaves are there, it takes time to decompose. So how nicely it is decomposed. It takes time, kids. It is not like that you did today and after 20 days you will get the compost ready. So sometimes it takes time. So you have to be a little patient. You keep on checking. You keep on doing your hard work. So this difference you can see in after 20 days. Now the next slide, Sumangala ma'am. Okay. Assembling composing pile. You can see how the first layer, as we see, first the brown material. The next layer will add it with the green material. And again the brown material and the green material. Same procedure you have to do. And then you end of the, once your bin is full, you can add the cultures. So here I'm going to add like buttermilk, but it should be sour buttermilk. The next slide. Here you can see the real pictures of bins. So some are for my home. I am doing for 1.5 months. So it's a dry. You can see the coconut shells and the dry leaves. I have used eggshells, flowers, and the vegetable. I chop them into small pieces. So you need to follow these steps. So it will help you to decompose faster. The next one, Mangala ma'am. Okay, so just now we have seen what to put in your compost. So here is a list of composting like fruit, vegetable, eggshells, coffee ground, and tea bags, nutshell, cardboard, paper, and the dry leaves. So these are the material you put in your compost. The another thing is very important. What you shouldn't compose it. What mistake we'll do usually. So we'll see next thing what you shouldn't compose. So there are meat, milk product. While meat and the dairy product are probably biodegradable, so they can attract unwanted pests, so they will destroy your compost. So you should not put all this material in your compost. You can see over in the screen also fries and plastic, all those things. Try to put the baked food in your compost also. Many people put that, so it stink back. So treated sawdust, highly acidic food, oily, greasy foods. Do not put all these things in your composting. The next slide. So there are few benefits of composting. You can see here, add nutrition to the soil. Compose is humus, nutrition-rich soil. So introduce valuable organism to the soil. Microorganisms such as the bacteria, fungi, protozoa decompose the organic material. The third one is the recycle kitchen and the ad waste. See, we are here. Recycle is the kitchen waste, how it go back to the nature, reduce the landfill and recycle it. And it is good for the environment. It's environmental friendly. These are the few benefits of composting. Okay, when it's come to know it is ready, see, compost is done when it is dark, crumbly, and has a earthy smell. See, as I told you, if you do it, if you follow the proper procedure, if you do it the method as I tell you, it will not stink at all. I'll tell you, kids, it will not stink at all. So if you need to follow the proper procedure, and how does it take time? So shorter period, it takes minimum 3 weeks and 2 months, and the longer period, it takes 2 months or more than 5-6 months. It takes time decompose the material. The next one, few tips for composting. As I said while doing also, you need to compose your pile every couple of the week when you add new material. See, you can, whenever you do, take another tray, mix it the dry material, green material, and then add it in your compost bin. Maintain an ideal pile of the size like 3 by 3 by 3 to help retain heat and preserve good airflow. See, compost need oxygen. As Pallavi say, it needs oxygen. It need a good airflow. So that's the reason we made a hole, and you need to mix it well so it get like oxygen and airflow. Don't add a thick layer of any kind of waste, like 6 to 8 for the brown material and 3 to 5 for the green material. Here you will get the idea. The brown material layer is thicker than the green material, and the green material layer should be thinner than the brown material. Another important tips is smaller pieces will compose quicker than the larger pieces. So you can break down into small pieces the vegetables and fruit peels, so it decomposes fast. See, composting is as much an art and as it is a science, kids. So I'm sure, I hope you enjoy the session. I'm sure henceforward you will not throw your kitchen waste in the dustbin. You will turn into a black hole, and please encourage your friends, family members to do compost. After all, we have to take care of our Mother Earth, and this is a small effort for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranali ma'am. It was very informative.
Thank
It
you.
was very self-explanatory. Explained it so well was the complete procedure. So students, now I think that all of us can make compost at home. Start working on it from today itself. We also have Principal ma'am, HM ma'am with us in this session. I request you ma'am, Principal ma'am, to say a few words for us.
Yes, thank you, Pallavi ma'am, and thank you, Pranali ma'am. It was an excellent demonstration, and all the teachers had worked very hard, complete with the theoretical part and the practical part. I really enjoyed the practical part. Okay, and I hope the children have also enjoyed it. And in the previous class in 6th standard, so many children said they started writing in the chat box that, okay, ma'am, we are also doing and everything. So I hope from 7th standard also, many children will either start doing, or if they're already doing, because some children, they know that their mother or father, some parent or uncle or somebody is doing it. And even if when they have fields and all, they do it in the fields. So I hope this event, which was organized as part of your life skills development, life skills and values, because the value is we have to respect our Mother Earth and stop polluting it and stop generating a whole lot of waste which cannot be treated. All right, because you can imagine, just see, for those of you who live in Nanded city, Pallavi ma'am, Sumangala ma'am, maybe 50,000 households are already there in Nanded city.
Yes, ma'am, very much there. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you can imagine, children, 50,000 less wet garbage bags every day. Because every day we have wet garbage bags, isn't it? Kept outside. And do you have a common collection system? Or how does it work in Nanded city?
Ma'am, we do have a common collection system and then
Okay. So you have separate waste bags, right? Wet garbage and dry garbage. So imagine in a small township like Nanded city, 50,000 less bags are collected every day. So it will make so much of a difference to the waste disposal system of the corporation or whoever is taking part, helping the residents to dispose of this waste. So I'm sure all of you have got inspired by this and you have learned a new skill, isn't it? So this is part of your life skills training. So every time, we need not have a value education class to teach you, okay, this is a value. Is looking after Mother Earth and taking care of the environment a value? I know the children are on mute, so they will not be able to answer, but I'm telling you, yes, it is very much a value. Okay. And somebody was asking in the chat box, is sunlight needed? So sunlight means it is not needed in the conventional way. The plants need the sunlight. Okay. Green plants need sunlight for photosynthesis because solar energy, everybody knows the equation of photosynthesis, right? In your first lesson on nutrition, I think Pallavi ma'am, they have done it. CO2 plus, yes, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere plus water. And on the arrow, you write chlorophyll and sunlight, solar energy, isn't it? It gives you glucose plus oxygen is liberated. So the sunlight is not needed in this sense for composting, but a little bit of aeration. That's why it is turned upside down many times. And somebody was asking, are all those Neeraj or Neerja? Neeraj, I think, he was asking whether all those creatures are needed. And Pallavi ma'am said yes. But sometimes these creatures, the larger ones, larger organisms, they are needed for burrowing kind of action. See, everybody knows why earthworm is a friend of the farmer. Because, he digs deeper, he keeps, the earthworms keep digging into the soil and they keep turning it and mixing it. When you're cooking food in the kitchen, do you keep stirring your gravies and your dal and all, whatever you're making? You have to keep stirring, no? So there's proper mixing of everything. So similarly, who will go and burrow the soil every day? Do we have those large spoons and all the time somebody is going to be there and keep turning the soil for mixing? No. So all these creatures like earthworms, centipedes, millipedes, they are needed for burrowing and mixing of the soil components. Okay. And Pallavi ma'am, if you see the chat box, Akhilesh, he reached the black hole of the universe. So it's a good one, Akhilesh, that you're thinking so much. I'm sure after today's session, you will go back and do a Google search for origin of black holes of the universe. Okay. And then you explain to your teachers and your friends during the next science period. So thank you, Pranali ma'am. It was a professional job. Well done. All the teachers worked very hard for the last 3-4 weeks, actually, children, just to let you know, just to organize everything, to initiate the reactions and to take videos and all just to show it to you. So a big round of applause for all the teachers and especially Pranali ma'am who came out with this idea. All right. So I'm almost nearing school now. So I'm leaving this session. Pallavi ma'am, you may continue if you want to. Okay. Thank you, everybody. God bless you, children. Nice to interact with you, although only in the chat.
Thank you, ma'am. It's your ma'am.
Are you there, ma'am?
Pallavi ma'am, your audio is not very clear. Yeah. Peshri ma'am is here.
Yes, I'm here, very much here. And it was wonderful seeing teachers explaining the whole lot of things, in fact. And I love your PPT and Pranali's practical. So it was wonderful blend of practical PPT. All in all, it was wonderful. Can you hear me? Or it's, oh my God.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. We can hear you, ma'am.
Yes, Peshri ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. So it was wonderful. Thank you all, and Sumangala ma'am for your technical support. You're always there to help.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pallavi ma'am, if you'd like to take a few questions from the chat.
Do we have time? Yes, I have.
Maybe 2-3 minutes. Yeah.
Pallavi ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Even I have to leave.
Yes,
And, I told you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Bye.
Pallavi ma'am, you're not audible unless I unmute Pranali ma'am. Please check. No ma'am, no, not audible.
Can you now?
I can hear you, Pranali ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, and I can hear Pallavi ma'am from your device. It's okay, continue. No, Pranali ma'am, please stay on unmute. Otherwise, we can't hear Pallavi ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine,
Please continue. Yeah.
Alright. Can we unmute few children? Who have
Ma'am, if you could take questions from the chat itself.
answered there? Some of the question.
There are a few questions. Shyam Gopal says he wants to know the ingredients. Sharayu
Uh,
wants to know how aerobic bacteria do not need oxygen to grow.
That I have written. Aerobic bacteria, they need oxygen. Anaerobic bacteria do not need oxygen. Okay, so that is in their system, the mechanism. That's how they are.
And the material, someone asked for the material. As I said, it is divided into two parts, green material and the brown material. So in the brown material, you can use dead dry leaves, or else you can use the cow dung, cardboard, brown cardboard. You can use these are the brown material. Whatever you will get, you can use among all those things. And the green material, kitchen waste like vegetable peels, fruit peels, vegetables, and coffee bags and eggshells is also good. So you can add this or whatever the kitchen waste. This is the brown material. And the third organ we are going to add culture is the sour buttermilk, cocoa peat, and the vermiculture that we have the bacteria things. So we can add that also. If you want to do organic composting, you can add only sour buttermilk and the cocoa peat you can.
Right. Ma'am, there's another question there that says, are coffee grinds good for compost?
Yes, it's good for compost, but you need to take out the sweetness of that. You need to squeeze it nicely with the in the water, and then you can use it.
Right. And Neeraj is asking us if we make a hole in the dustbin, will the buttermilk not leak and create a mess?
You do not have to add too much of buttermilk.
Only in the small quantity you need to add. As I said, 1 or 2 spoon is enough because the kitchen waste have a good good water content. It has a 80 to 90% water content, so you need not to add any extra water. So only 2 or 3 spoon is enough for it.
Right. Arya is asking if we shouldn't put dairy products, then why did ma'am put buttermilk?
See, buttermilk, it's a culture actually. It helps to decompose your material. It's we cannot say that it's like a dairy product. You cannot put like cheese or these are the things, cheese and all those things you cannot put. Buttermilk you can put it, but in very small quantity you can add.
I will ask one question, Arya. Why do we eat curd? I think we discussed in the past that it contains certain bacteria like lactobacillus, isn't it? So it helps in the fermentation or process of composting. All right. So that's why we add buttermilk. But when we add more of the dairy products, what will happen is certain other animals like rodents or cats or some other animals might attack the composting and they will also start growing, not just rodents and cats, other insects as well. So we want to avoid that.
Right. And Kashish wants to know if we can put curd instead of buttermilk.
This is also okay, but buttermilk it will be more better than the curd, I suggest.
Right. And can you tell the bacteria name which you had in the bag?
Bacteria
What
name.
was that? Dish Plus.
Dish Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, clearly will. That's it.
Right.
It contains Streptomyces bacteria.
Ma'am, I think these questions can be taken up later in the classes now. It's 9:55. We'll switch to regular periods.
Yes.
Yes.
17 children, I'll join in 5 minutes.